Of a few items that we're still in discussion, but it's scheduled for public hearing. If I had some water, I could talk better. On November 7th. So I have some renderings. I have some large ones here that I can put these out in front of you so you can see what.
Can you define what the modification was?
The only modification, really, we put solar around the perimeter on the covered parking.
You know, Rosamond has the largest permitted solar plant in the world.
Yes, yes. That's kind of, with the technologies that are out here, we thought that would be appropriate to have some living with. And the solar, the way it's being proposed, would energize the entire complex. In fact, I have more here than I need to reduce it.
They talk to someone about this one. Right behind you.
Hi. In case they give us an estimate. And they also create not only the solar panels, but the structures. Are you familiar with that? They build the parking structures as well. So we're looking at the economics, the subsidies, the tax credits, all the things that go associated with that. So, but I should get your number.
Oh, yeah. No pressure.
How many units?
248.
But the size of like the Whirlwind Mobile Home Park or one of the mobile home parks over there, right? They only have one entry.
Yeah, in 2006, the fire department worked with us on this, and their biggest thing wasn't just the one entry, it was making sure that they could do a loop entirely inside. In case any of the drives was blocked, they could come in that way.
What's your tenant-based target going to be? What's your tenant-based target going to be?
Well, the market study that we just recently had, it would be, it was originally thought that there's a lot of military housing needed out because they've torn out a lot of the Edwards housing. There's a lot of high tech in Mojave. There's a lot of people are out here just for the week. Beyond that, there's probably a lot of people probably moving from maybe Palmdale or Lancaster up into this area with job opportunities or whatever that might exist between Edwards and Mojave. So
you're looking for family units?
Family units, mostly they're 2 and 3 bedroom.
Are there any, how many night lights or light posts will be there? And how far apart?
Fully lit. There'll be a full photometric plan, and we'll deal with light pollution and stuff, but it'll be
security cameras.
One of the things I mentioned to him is that, and you guys are open to putting in making gates so that they can park in the entryway when they come in, but as far as if they want to go further in, then there would be a gate they have to go through.
That's correct. To the left and the right. So if you're a visitor, you can park right in front of that office. And
If you have a little security guard, that you could have a security guard there from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. to.
Maybe a golf cart type security guard with cameras that would monitor and I think with people living there, I think that'd be a nice feature to have.
Has there been any study of impact on the schools?
There'll be a few more modulars paid for just by this project.
It's golf cart and asphalt to the I move that we accept the project with the understanding, and we'll put that in a writing to the Kern County Planning Commission, that they do have the golf cart security guard from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. That they do put in the 2 gates, and that they do put the asphalt to the curb / sidewalk all the way down the project.
Windmills in between the Mojave, Tehachapi, and Rosamond areas out there are going to be shut off.
Thank you.
It's a 64% reduction of the lights.
54?
64.
64.
Yeah, a little over 64. This was a several-year process between Supervisor Scrivener, Stewart, Mojave and Spaceport, a lot of the wind companies, as well as Lorelei will be out in the planning department. And it was a long process because these were FAA, those are FAA regulations. So getting the FAA to decide to let us do this was a big deal. And the way the lights are going to work now is it's just going to be like a perimeter of lights around that area, and pilots will know that inside there is where the windmills are. And a lot of the reports we were getting from the pilots were saying is these lights were meant so pilots could be safer, and they were blinding the pilots, you know. So, so 64% reduction is very, very significant, and I think that's a big deal, and people are happy about it. And that's really all.
Responded to 1,100 calls for service, made 59 arrests. Part of that was our guys were doing a lot of probation searches and the like. Again, made 39 drug offense arrested because of that. This last week, they seized 3/4 pound of methamphetamine during a probation search. State and night deputies also confronted and had to deal with a 8-year-old who was having mental issues, who had armed themselves with knives and threatened deputies and family members, and deputies were able to disarm him without anybody getting injured, which, having read the reports and talked to them personally, it was very fortunate that it turned out that way, and we're very proud of what they did that night. Additionally, we have a new sergeant at the substation here in Rosamond. He was not able to be here tonight. He wanted to be here, and I believe he plans on being here next month. Sergeant Bonsness is the new sergeant. He previously worked out here about 16 or 17 years ago. You may have heard people in the community refer to Spike. Well, Spike is Sergeant Bonsness. He was very big into narcotics arrest back then. He just came from 5 years in the narcotics unit now, and he's now in the area and now the supervisor here. So, and he plans on coming here next month. He planned on being here tonight, but had a prior engagement.
How do you spell his last name?
Bonsness, Bonsness.
Okay, thank you.
And he's been with the Sheriff's Department for over 20 years and worked in a variety of positions, including Rosamond. So,
the Chamber has 41 members at this time. The Chamber applied for a Renew Biz grant that had to be turned in on September 20th. We applied for about $10,000 to paint the building, buy a flagpole for out front, and to put a mural on the south wall of the Chamber building. So we did apply for that. And then next year, we're going to have $1.3 million available for the Diamond Street project. That's going to be done, and that should be done by this time next fall. So that'll be a big help for the downtown area. And then our next event is going to be the Rosamond Parade of Lights. It'll be on December 7th at 6 o'clock. Hopefully Willie can make it again. It's maybe a little cool, but it's a fun night. And I also brought some of the programs that we had from our parade in September Fest, if you guys would like to see one. That's it.